Let's start off with some clearing and cleansing, a little bit of stretching, and then we'll do a little bit more strength work in terms of squatting and stuff like that. So I'm just going to jump on that camera. Bit of a slightly different one to start off with this morning. Bringing your fingers together. So you're just putting your thumbs on your fingers there, popping them underneath the collarbone. So where you've got that little bit of space under the collarbone there. This is really good if we've got tightness and tension in the shoulders and the upper back. We just do big arm circles. So you bring your elbows up. I'm most probably blocking the microphone there. And then back. And then as you're coming back down, you're just sinking your chest a little bit. So we can get a nice wave breathing going on there. Breathing in, breathing out. Big circles, breathing in, breathing out. You're breathing in through the nose, out through the nose, breathing in, breathing out. So you might find some crunches. Really get that back, upper back moving, breathing in, breathing out. Your feet are connected to the ground, obviously, nice and strong through the feet, a little bit of bend in the knees, our usual shoulder width apart, breathing in, breathing out. As always, not forcing anything. So if you've got any shoulder pain or any shoulder injuries, just do it to your comfortable range of motion. So not overstretching. Really get that upper back moving, rib cage opening up. And then let's go in the other direction. So if we were going forwards, bring the arms back and round. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Couple more in this direction. And then we'll do alternate. So we go one forwards, one back. So now we get a little bit of rotation as well through the spine. So we're just working a little bit more on that upper back, extending and rotating the spine, getting some movement in the shoulders, where we often hold tension and tightness. And with this one, just breathe easy, just breathe however it feels natural, in and out through the nose. And then other direction. So still alternating. Getting the rib cage open, sternum. Looking good. And then slow it down. And just come to standing. Maybe shake out the arms a little bit. Shake out the shoulders a little bit. Just stand for a moment. Feel that lightness in the upper body. It should feel nice in the neck and the shoulders there. Feel all good. and loosened up a little bit there. Let's step out now, so a little bit wider, resting the hands just on the thighs there, shifting the weight side to side, so we're just shifting side to side. The pelvis stays parallel to the ground, so I'm not dropping the hips out side to side like this. So the pelvis just stays parallel to the ground. You lengthen that leg, stretch out that leg. That knee glides over that toe. So the knee glides over your toe that way. Watch that these knees aren't dropping in, anything like that. And just go to a comfortable depth, just sliding side to side. And now we're going to move our body like a river. So it's a bit like dog wags the tail, but you just have that little slight hinge forwards so you can get a little bit more rotation through the spine as well as that lateral movement. So hip leads, spine follows, and you can just glance at the floor. So really just visualize the flow of the movement. Hip leads, and you get that lateral movement of the spine, but also getting that little bit of rotation. The head follows. You're just lightly resting on your thighs. These stretches and movements are all just clearing out any tightness or tension in the muscles, in the lines of tension in the body. It's also really good on the strengthening the legs. And slow it down. And just come back up to standing for a moment. Walking your feet together. Shake out, have a little walk around if you need to move around a little bit. And then step back out. So we go back out to that same stance, wide stance. We take it a little bit further now. So I will mirror you. If I glide towards my left side or your left side, resting your arm on that thigh, bring that arm up and over the head. So you get that nice stretch down the side of the ribs there. Just keep a little bit of roundness in the arm so I'm not forcing or overreaching. So you come there and then you glide to the other side. You swap arms, so that arm comes down there. This arm goes overhead and you reach out to the side there. And you feel that stretch, that length through the side there. And then we just go side to side, dropping down, dropping down, drop. One side might feel a little bit freer than the other. Or maybe you're perfect and they feel exactly the same. Drop. Dropping side to side. You can look up, looking up to the hand. This arm just floats up. It's good to do first thing in the morning. One more this side. One more this side. Come back to the center, resting your hands on the thighs. Coming up to standing slowly. Walking the feet together. And you might want to give your legs a good shake. Let's do some hips. So we'll do a little bit of bend in the knees. We'll do some hula hooping. So you're just really isolating, a bit difficult to see there, isolating the hips, tucking under dropping to the side, tucking back. So imagine you've got a hula hoop. So there's very little movement in the upper body, very little movement in the lower body. See if you can keep that upper body still rather than that upper body going with the hips. So just really isolate those hip circles, going in one direction. Keep standing tall. And then going in the other direction. Just breathing easy. Good, and take a rest, shake out the legs. And let's shake out the legs in taking the heels into the ground. And the shoulders. And the arms, bring the arms into it. Feel the spine as well. See if you can feel that spine shaking, the vibration through the spine. Going in my throat. And let the head go a little bit. Again, really focusing on releasing any tightness and tension in the shoulders. And we can take a fuller breath in. So fuller breath in through the nose. And a nice, long, satisfying sigh out. It's funny how when you do this, you do tend to feel as if you want to just, feels like a natural response to getting some shaking going on through the body. So shaking is creating vibration and relieving any tightness and tension through the structure, but also any emotional tension, any stress that you've been having. Just shake it out, breathe in, and just clear out. One more big satisfying sigh. Nice long slow sigh out. Breath in. And slowing down, slowing down. Just standing for a moment. Feeling the tingling sensations. The blood, the energy flowing through the body. Stepping out. Tiger. First of all, we'll do the clearing, the bounce. So if we're doing it in slow motion, strong through the fingers, tiger claws, dropping down, double bounce, come back up. So you drop down, come back up, drop down, come back up. So it's a swing, clearing the way. And you can do the same with the breath. So you can just need to do a few. If it feels good, if you don't feel that doesn't feel good to you, just breathe out. Breathe in and out. It can be out through the nose, it can be gently out through the mouth, whatever feels good. You're just clearing away. Double bounce. Double bounce. Couple more. And take a rest there. Have a little walk around if you need a walk around. One thing to watch on that, and it's like with any of the squats that we do, is if we don't feel it strong in the hips, what we tend to do is hinge forwards first. So just dropping forwards first. But what I want you to really feel is that the hips are dropping. So you actually load the hips as you go down and down, rather than just hinge forwards, hinge forwards. There's a big difference. So you're actually dropping the upper body down, but obviously because you're dropping it down, you're not going to be upright in that position. You're going to drop it down and there's going to be a slight hinge forwards. But it's the drop down rather than hinge. That the hinge happens because of the drop down. So that ties into when we're doing the tiger squat. So you're keeping nice and tall. Feet shoulder width apart, a little bit of turn out, a little bit of bend in the knees, strong hands, down, slow. Don't have to go too far down. Come back up. Stand tall. Down. Sink into the hips. Come back up. Down. Going back to the days when we did the one squat challenge, nice and slow. Strong through the hands. Really use the hands. That engages the back of the body, muscles in the back. And then soft coming back up. Lowering the hips to the floor. If you can get a little bit lower, go a little bit lower. Again, you're going to your comfortable range of motion. If that is here, that's going to be much more benefit to you rather than trying to force or push anything. So if it's just dropping down to here, that's fine. I want you to feel in control. I want you to feel strong, powerful, tiger-like. And when you're coming up as well, just have a little reminder of what we did when we did this type of movement. So you get in those shoulders opening up using the arms as you come up. So get that movement through the upper back. You're getting that ripple. The spine is lengthening up. Then as you're coming down, that very subtle softening of the ribs into the belly. So get that spine wave. Nice and slow. Strong through the hands. Good, let's do one more. And then come up to standing. Good. So I really want you to focus on dropping the upper body. When you get to the point where you feel I need to lean forwards, that's the point where you want to stop. So you want to sit down into those hips. And then when you come up, it's not just locked up. There's almost like that spine wave. It's almost like that ripple coming up from that movement. Let's do a few more of those then, just with that in mind. And then we'll do the last one. We'll come down to that turtle position. So you've got three options on this. You can come down, you can rest on your thighs and breathe into the back from that point that we did last week. So you're just breathing into the back. It's like that recovery position. Or you can come down. Actually, we've got four options. So, or you can come down, rest on your thighs with your arms. So it's a little bit deeper. Option number 3, if you can see me okay, you can come down, stick your elbows in the knee sockets there, the side of the knees, breathing into the back. Or as the fourth one, which I think we did at the end last week, is you come down and you rock and just rest on the arms and breathe into the back. In a lot of ways, this is easier than that one, but it wants to be an easy position or challenging position, but where you can breathe easy. If we're coming back out of this one, you rock onto the heels into that squat position and then bring yourself back up from that position. So we'll do 4, I'm out of breath, shouldn't be out of breath, 4 normal ones. And then we'll do that holding of position, breathing into the kidneys, breathing into the back of the body. Okay, let's go. Nice and strong. Tiger claws. Down. Slowly up. Shoulders relaxed, get that little bit of a spine wave. Breathing easy. Strong through the hands. Slow, slow, slow. Coming up. And then the next one, just go down into whichever turtle posture you feel comfortable with. Holding the posture, holding the position, but really focusing on the breath into the kidneys, into the back of the body. Feel the ribs moving as you're breathing in. So really working on strengthening the structure, the posture, and breathing into that posture. And then when you're ready, get yourself into a stable position. Weight a little bit more through the back of the heels so that you can then push yourself up safely and then come up slowly to standing. Then let's do a pulling down the sky just to balance that out. Don't come up too quickly because that can affect your blood pressure. So take it slowly. One more pulling down. And just rest for a moment. And we'll do that one more time. Just give yourself a little bit of time to recover. So even though you're doing it slowly, there's a lot of time under tension. So you're using a lot of energy doing a slow movement. You're using a lot of energy in that turtle posture because you're requiring oxygen, obviously, to hold that position. But you want to be breathing in it, not holding the breath as you're holding that position. Interestingly, when I did my little interval session on Tuesday, and I think I posted about this and mentioned it last week, is I've been doing this. I've been running 400 meters and then just recovering in this position. So stopping and recovering in this position. And my heart rate, I've been monitoring my heart rate drops so quickly in a good way from when you've been at the end of your interval, bringing my heart rate down, so dropping it about 20 beats. And then as soon as the beat goes and it brings your heart rate down, I get up and walk for the rest of the minute, and then I'm feeling good to go for the next 400 meters. But what was fascinating is when I was stopping like this, I had 4 people coming up to me individually, each time going, "Oh, you all right, mate?" And it was just so funny because it's like, as we say, this is the body's natural position where we've exerted ourselves. It's like, I'm recovering, but I wasn't getting to the point where I was like, "Oh God, this is terrible, I'm out of breath." I was getting to that point, right, going to recover, get breath back into the body, get energized, walk, and then go into a run. So that was fascinating. I've never had anybody ask me if I've been all right before, even when I fell over running. Okay, let's do that one more time. So 4 tigers, claws, nice and slow. Breathing, just breathing naturally, just breathing easy, however you feel comfortable breathing. Maybe see if you can go a little bit deeper, but without compromising the breath, without compromising, without forcing. Nice and strong through the legs as you come up to standing. All the time under control, in control of the movement, in control of the breath. I think that was 4. Have we done 4? Yeah, I think we've done 4. So next one, going down into whichever position you want to do. Maybe do one differently to what you did before. Releasing a little bit of the shoulders in this as well, so that just there's a little bit of space at the top of the rib cage when you breathe in, because quite often at the top of the rib cage we don't get that movement in those first few ribs. So just a little bit of freedom without the shoulders coming up to the ears. And just breathing, focusing that breath into the back of the body. Slow, deep breathing in and out through the nose. Get some expansion, get some movement in the ribs. And then when you're ready, feel strong in that position to be able to just push up through the heels. Slowly, slowly, slowly come up. And then pulling down the sky. We'll do a few more of these now to bring the breath back, breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in. Notice if you feel any tingling sensations anywhere in the body. Breathing out. Bringing your hands just to rest on the lower abdomen, just below the belly button, bringing your feet together. And let's spend the next minute just bamboo in the wind. So just letting the body do whatever it feels it needs to. You can close your eyes if you're comfortable with closing your eyes. Rock and sway, spiral. Just keep the feet relaxed, knees soft. Spine long, shoulders relaxed. Lips lightly together. Just noticing the breath gently in and out through the nose and the nasal cavity. Light breath. Slow and deep. And when you're ready, take a fuller breath in through the nose. Open the eyes at the top of that breath if you had your eyes closed. Step out. Give yourself a little rub down, brush down. Could have stood there all morning then. Felt really good. Brushing down the back of the legs, inside of the legs. Give your tummy a little rub. Brilliant. Some nice work there. We did quite a few tigers, so you might feel it a little bit in the hips tomorrow, but that's a good thing as long as there's no pain. Excellent session. Thanks for joining. If you are free on Saturday and you haven't already booked in, I'm doing an Unlock the Power of Breath workshop. We chat everything breath work. We do some breathing practice. That's free if you are premium members of our Breathe, Balance, Move group, or £29 if you just want to join in on a one-off. I'm going to be doing these regularly every month, these breath workshops as well. So I will hopefully see you on Saturday. If not, I'll see you next week. Have a great weekend. Thanks for joining. Take care. Have a good day. Thank you. See you later. Bye.